Do Aries men come back after breakup with no contact? If your special someone is an Aries, you probably know how exciting your relationship with him is. But what happens when the relationship fades away? Will he come back? An Aries man will come back to a relationship he ended first out of impulsivity. This is because he might have feelings of regret or might still be hopeful of the relationship. However, his pride might hinder him from coming back at you if you broke up first or did something that crossed his boundaries. Aries men are the hypermasculine, fearless, honest guys of the Zodiac that will certainly go after the chase. These Martian men have an impeccable taste for doing something fun, spontaneous, and exciting. Ruled by Mars and is a cardinal sign, these men have forceful raw energy in everything they do, which means they would 100% most likely initiate contact after a breakup. They might text you to reconcile or might unexpectedly show up at your door one day. His impulsivity gets the best of them and he often reacts to any emotion he might feel at the moment, so if they still love you and regret breaking up with you, he will make sure you know it. They showcase their brute force even in their love matters. His approach to things will never be subtle. These men are upfront and blunt about their feelings and would go act upon them if their heart says so. Because Aries is a fire sign, they live their life passionately. Their passion can be ignited by trying new adventures, games, or sports. If you want to get your Aries man to come back to you, be prepared to be adventurous and feisty. Let's talk about Aries man in love and his dating style. The Aries man's dating approach is bold and brisk. He sets out his sight for love like a warrior ready to conquer. So when he makes you the apple of his eye, be prepared. Because he's going to do everything it takes to win your heart. Aries man's romantic gestures are fiery and passionate. His spicy attitude in showing his affection and commitment to his partner is his strong spot, and that's what makes them admirable. They are not afraid to show their fun and wild side to the person they set out to impress. One thing to take note of around Aries men is that their romantic pursuits, whether long-term or short-term, must keep them excited. They prefer their potential romantic partner to be decisive, assertive, and know how to have a good time. Whether it's a late-night road trip, crashing a party, rebellious escapade in some exotic place, or trying out a new risky hobby, your date nights with him should be full of action and excitement. This also comes as no surprise that the fiery spirit of Aries shouldn't be taken seriously, as you have to get used to their confrontational attitude. No matter how intimidating the fire energy your Aries man exudes, he is good-natured and delicate at heart. So most often his confrontational attitude might be taken seriously, which might offend some people. If you're dating an Aries man, be prepared to have occasional teasing, challenges, playful and light-hearted arguments with him. A little fight is just a little warm-up to the Aries man. Aries' direct and blunt approach to dating life also reflects on the environment they build and thrive into. You might see him wildly raving in parties, excelling in competitive sports. Their fire couldn't be contained, or else they might explode like a wildfire. Be sure to keep the date active and optimistic. Seek spontaneity by giving him the unexpected. Aries men love being impulsive and they'd feel good if someone gives it to them too. Nevertheless, an Aries man in love is a kind, heartwarming, and generous man who will pamper you with utmost love and affection. His inner flame will surely touch your heart and soul. Let's now talk about Aries during a breakup. When they don't feel the spark or feelings of excitement or fun, or if they feel they are restrained of their freedom, this can create troubling feelings to the Aries. Aries men have explosive tendencies when they break up. This is when the malefic traits of Mars show up, and this can depend on how you and your Aries man broke up and who broke up first, and if it was serious or just a casual thing. Because Aries men are incredibly passionate and optimistic individuals with zeal in pursuit of their romantic interests, he can be a bit naive when it comes to analyzing their relationship. He can be idealistic, which can cloud whether his relationship is becoming toxic or not. During a breakup, they can be extremely hot-headed, argumentative, and can even be violent in terms of expressing their rage. Their impulsivity adds to the fire as they can make decisions that aren't being evaluated twice, which further complicates the relationship. When breakups happen, usually angry outbursts follow. Screaming and taunting can be incredibly destructive aspects of an Aries man. He might act a little crazy and childish, but don't worry, just like a child, these tantrums can calm down just like a fire burning out quickly. These men will be confrontational about the problem, not because they want to beat you down, but because it's their way of saving your relationship problem. Aries men face their problems with their heads high. They're fearless in the pursuit of matters that need to be tackled. If it all goes bad, and if the relationship is seen as not useful anymore by both parties, especially if the Aries man sees that the relationship is not worthy of staying, the Aries will try his best to move on and drop the relationship. Let's talk about how do Aries men handle after breakup. After the breakup, they can cope with their pain in the relationship by showing they're still having a good time with other people. They may act all tough and unbothered by the breakup, but these individuals are soft-hearted and sensitive inside that they may regret their breakups, especially if they were the ones to initiate breakup out of impulse. On the other hand, if an Aries man sees a slight restraint or ingenuity of feelings, or if you're the one who broke up first or cheated on him, then that relationship could be pretty much null and void. Can you make an Aries man fall in love with you again? Yes. Most certainly, in many cases reigniting the spark and passion, which means you need to light them up. These men do not really hold out grudges, as they tend to express their emotions forefront, meaning their anger can be forceful but can burn out quickly. To get your Aries man to fall in love with you again, or if you're trying to make an Aries guy fall in love with you, be as sexually appealing, charismatic, and daring as he is. These men do love the chase, because it gives them excitement and a chance to dominate the rest of their competition with you. Be bold and honest, tell him directly your feelings about the breakup, but give him things to challenge on. Be seductive and assertive while keeping your hyper-feminine look. This will give him enough time to rush and conquer you all over again. Also show that any guy is just as obsessed pursuing you, and he'll come right at you in no time. However, this is usually just in a general sense. A person is more than their sun sign, and you have to dig deep into their birth chart to find out their Mars, Mercury, and Venus signs, which are important aspects of how they act upon love, how they show love, and what things attract them. Before we proceed with the 7 ways to get your Aries man back, don't forget to hit the like button. 7 ways to get your Aries man back. Number 1, be the chase. Lead him on and be the chase. He loves the thrill of hunting down their potential love target. The chasing part is an instinctive part of an Aries man's psyche. The more he can't have someone that he used to have will certainly make him more interested in achieving you. When you already notice he's making moves, play it cool and don't show you cards too early. In being so, you're keeping the thrill of chasing a new experience with an old lover. Number 2, be complex and dynamic. Aries men in general have a hero complex. Their great enthusiasm and courageousness can take them to great heights. This can also mean that your Aries man can and would like to be dominant in the relationship, meaning you would need scenarios where he can play the hero and save you. This, however, shouldn't be your whole persona. As much as they like women who are kind, delicate, generous, and be feminine, you might also need to show your assertiveness and boldness too. A mix of soft and hard is needed in order to win your Aries man back. Number 3, have a personality makeover. In this step, you need to be as genuine to yourself as possible, because an Aries man can sniff out if you're trying too hard for you to notice him. Keep it cool and focus on yourself. Maybe do something fun. Try some new sport or hobby, have a wardrobe change, maybe try a new hairstyle or dye your hair a different color. Be cool and interesting. This will surely make him notice, but remember, authenticity is important and your growth as a person should be your top priority. This is the only way your personality makeover can be authentic. Number 4, set up a date or a party where he can see the new you. Doesn't matter if it's a party or a small social gathering, or even meeting up with a few close people you guys are familiar with, setting up a date where you are prepared to flaunt your new you. This is the time where you can show off the new you, the wild, fun, magnetic, and incredible social butterfly that everyone admires and vibes with. Surely in no time, the spark you both have will be reignited. Number 5, have fun with him as friends. Aries men are notorious for being big flirts of the zodiac, and they're pretty easy going to be with even if you've had some history with him. He takes things lightheartedly and doesn't hold on to the past. This makes things easier to be with him as he can accept you as a friend. This is a perfect opportunity to flirt and tease him playfully, and as you do that, you get close to him as a friend and show him what he's been missing since you last broke up. Number 6. Challenge him. Now that you've rekindled your friendship again, this is the best time to challenge him, either with being physical or mental. Try engaging in some physical activity with. This will further grow your bond. Aside from that, challenge him mentally by talking about things he's really passionate about. This will enable him to grow with you even more. Number 7. Apologize and give him time. Lastly, be sincere. Apologize if you feel you've hurt him through your actions, and give him space to recuperate. While it is true they can be seen as headstrong, they also have a tender and loving side reserved to the people he feels worthy of giving it to. Giving him space will charge him with energy to think it through clearly, with no cloudy judgments hindering him from speaking his truth. We are done with 7 ways to get your Aries man back. Will Aries man come back after we fight? A cooled down Aries man after an emotional outburst will most likely be the one to mend the fight after. Just as much as he is passionate about arguing with you, he's not afraid to pursue you first. If an Aries man decides to break up with you, he will do it in a confrontational manner. He will be thoughtful and expressive about his concerns. He might even tell you directly that he is falling out of love or he is bored or drained of the relationship. He is much more likely to do it in an upfront manner. Do Aries men make good partners? Aries men are highly known for rushing into new experiences pretty quickly, and that goes the same for their love life. Their pursuit for romance is rooted in their desire of feeling the thrill of experiencing new things. An Aries lives for the first shot of adrenaline rush when they see the romance blooming. The uninhibited thoughts in his head are lively and full of passion. A real gambler at heart, he lives for the newness of life, not because he doesn't want to settle in, but because he knows the value of a quality memory. The things we experience now will not last forever, so he makes sure he experiences the thrill of it. He is a romantic by heart. He is a great lover in and out of the bedroom. He is a great companion to keep you warm as you experience a variety of experiences. We have reached the last part of this video, and will show you how to be the fire the Aries craves. An Aries man's brutal honesty is not for the faint of heart, and as such he wants his lady to be just as bold and assertive as him. Showing him your unique charm will turn on his spontaneity and fondness for newness. Be fun and adventurous, try out new things with him and be genuine about your actions. Act on your raw emotions and show him who you really are as a person. For more romantic advice videos, don't forget to subscribe to our channel.